Pop it off, everybody. Watching, they watching. I'll find you in the afterlife. Wreck the party. I'll find you in the afterlife. Alright, that was just a little bit of B.O.B. I thought I'd set it off a little different. Love that song. That song, Stack of Dreams by B.O.B. Bobby Ray. Great artist, exposes the truth, talks about intelligent stuff. Great guy, all in all. Just thought I'd make a video before I go off to work tonight, said I was, so back up and fighting, because the news never stops, fight never stops, you know, time never stops. So what's first to get into? And I know tonight when I go back to the convenience store, I'll be getting a lot more articles, and I can start really making a whole connection, a lot of stacks. Keep going with it, because in about a week I've already had, I think this is my 5th video, I want to say, or at least 4th or 5th, and either way I'm loving what I'm doing. It's getting even better the more I go, more fluent, more I feel like I'm stating facts. Like I said the other time in the show, all I'm really doing, reading an article or giving you topics to think about and my opinions, and maybe with one or two of my opinions can lead you to a different conclusion, because we're all helping and teaching each other, right? So I had to get the air tucked all the way here, ready to do the old broadcasting from radio station. So we'll jump right into the news article I was getting into earlier about the planes, because Jones was talking about this even more, the zombies and the goblins I was getting into last. They're just depressed, and they're just programmed. They're spewing rhetoric. We'll get into that, because I was just watching videos today, Monday, that last night in Texas, a bunch of them wanted more statues ripped down, and they were chanting "Death to America," "Death to the greatest country." Even me living in Canada, death to, in my opinion, the greatest country that's ever been. And you're living in America and you want to be communist or something, like move to North Korea, move to China, do it up, love it, move to Russia. You love communists, move. People aren't going to change here, people, or in America, I should say. So Pearson tackles threat on runaway collisions. So we're going to start to get into the article, because the article I uploaded and told everybody about yesterday, it was an emergency report about planes. Boom, like I told you in the other episode 2, connections. I had this piece of paper 3-4 days ago, if not longer than that, if not a whole week. So well, when Alex came out, I believe the video came out Saturday or Sunday. I didn't watch it till Sunday. That he issued the video I was referring to that you should go watch, was about airplanes, about white men in particular shouldn't get on airplanes, because there's such a big attack against us, and it's crazy. Like, just go look up the facts and the statistics, and we'll come to it tons throughout the progress of the shows. So let's get into the article. The operator of Pearson International Airport says it's taken steps to reduce the risk of runaway collisions with improved signage and lighting to better guide pilots, and will be mounting a fresh appeal to the U.S. air carriers to improve vigilant and more operating at Canada's busiest airport. Busiest airport. So, yeah, okay, yeah, more stuff, more lights, more connections with the American. That sounds good. A rash of runaway incursions when vehicle or aircraft involuntarily run away has spurred to Transportation Safety Board of the Canadian to launch special review of operations at Pearson. Both the Greater Toronto Airports Authority and NAV Canada and private agencies responsible to provide traffic control say that supporting the study almost 24 times in recent years, aircraft have failed to stop instructed on taxiway, infringing on the protected runaway environment. Runaway planes. So there's been almost 24 in recent years. So 24 planes. Probably just the local ones that go up with normal people in them, not even jet planes. Because jet planes, commercial planes, you're getting paid. You're not veering off track. You're getting paid. Like, why would you do that? So okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, safety first, guys, but like 24 planes ran away, no collisions. They're talking about like stuff happens, barely any plane crashes that I know of that happens big time around here. Yeah, it does happen. They're planes, they're flying, as long as they're not crashing into each other, human, man-made air. And we should be alright, but they're trying to get more control, just like I was telling you, and we'll find the article, peel out, maybe put them together. They want to monitor boats now and put a speed limit on boats. So it's like they want to control every little aspect. And to get into this aspect was one of my points, they want to control everything. And just because your neighbor does something wrong, y'all get blamed. Just because your neighbor hides trash under his friggin' lawn, which, I mean, that's what the government does anyways, landfill sites, and you go there and put it underground, and then your neighbor ends up doing it, and they did a long time ago, which is very garbage. So that's what I'm saying, because he does it now we're all got laws on that. We all could get fined for that. We all get blamed. We all now got to pay taxes or contribute to that because one guy did it. And this goes not just to the government, in people's lives too. People's lives, we have relationships, and a lot of us, we don't have those relationships. I know I'm 26, and I've had many different relationships with males or females, like friend-wise or family-wise, connection-wise. And most of those friends or family aren't even here anymore. Well, family's always there, especially the close ones, but what I'm saying is those connections break, whether it's through not talking anymore, growing up, fighting, a drama, you split apart in life, whatever happens. But if it's due to fights, I think you hold a grudge. And I know in my life, and because I've learned these things, and I see people every day and don't want to feel superior, don't want to feel smarter, don't want to feel like I have all this knowledge and you have no idea what's going on. I don't feel superior. I really don't. Like, I want to help you, I want to educate you, but I don't feel sorry for those past grudges, and when people hurt me, or people are stupid to me, or we have a fight, or I broke up with 2 or 3 serious ladies in my life, women, I'm not holding those grudges. I'm not oh, I can't ever meet another lady again, they just break my heart. Yeah, I'm not looking right now anyways, but that's beside the point, because I'd rather work on me, and I have no time to be running around chasing that. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not holding that grudge. I already forgave. I let that go a long time ago. A lot of people in their lives, and I'm still weary that you not check your P's and Q's. Like, if you just meet somebody, there's no need to like leave all your stuff at their house, or like you gain trust with somebody. That's natural. You gain trust. You don't just meet somebody and you trust them. I get that, but you don't have to block yourself off towards that. Oh, I can't meet this person, or I can't do this because the last person did this to me. And that's what we got now. Oh, because you did this to me, everybody else now gets subject to what one person did. And that is only a reflection on you. That's hurting yourself, because I'm not the asshole down the street. I know there's a lot. There's a majority of idiots and assholes out there, and you're gonna get burnt sometimes. Even if you're checking your P's and Q's, sometimes you'll get burnt, or somebody will scam you, or steal your friggin' pocket change without you knowing. Whatever the case is, but you go, you gotta check those P's and Q's too. Get over it. Like, it's really not a big deal, and it's not your problem. I see people, oh, it's not even my problem, but I'm getting so mad at it. Who cares? Walk away. Like, if you're spending all this time and friggin' energy on it, it's not helpful, and you're just gonna build up a resentment towards whatever it is. And I was even thinking this in my life a little while ago. Like, next person that comes at me, next person that disrespects me, no, I shouldn't think that way. I really shouldn't, because it's like, because Joe Blow and somebody else and Jack, who knows what, because they come at me and they like to abuse a relationship, or they're not knowing the way they're treating me or whatever in any situation, that I'm gonna, next person that lashes out, I'm gonna lash out. But no, that's not the way to go. You gotta be rational and take every base. Okay, that was yesterday. That was a problem from the past. I'm checking my P's and Q's. I'm good. I feel good. Make sure that never happens again. And if someone does come at you, you go, okay, could you maybe not do that? This is the way you're making me feel when you do that. This is, come at it from a thought, not all emotional. Oh, how could I make this better? If you come at it from a thought, how could I make this relationship better, happier, more long term? So you think about it that way, and then you got your mind playing in on how you're gonna do that, and not just you get mad at every little thing. Because I see it every day, and I used to lash out all the time, and it would just break things or hurt myself, or it was dumb. It was dumb at the end of the day. So cut that out, or try the best you can. If you need to talk to somebody, talk to somebody. That's all we do. Go talk to a counselor. Go talk to your freaking mom or sister or best friend. Get it off your chest. Full days off for children. So yes, that was the one article to go. Full day pays off for children, yes. That was the one article to go with my separating kids. One second, just looking at all the articles here. Cancer. Let's just read into it. Let's just dig deep. Cancer drug trials. Plaintiff and number of patients isn't. I cut it off, sorry. With arrival of two revolutionary treatment strategies on monotherapy and personalized medicine, cancer researchers have found new hope and problem that might perhaps unprecedented in medical research. Unprecedented in medical research. There are too many experimental cancer drugs, too many clinical trials, and not enough treatments to test them on. Not enough patients to test them on. Not enough patience for cancer. Oh my gosh, I thought cancer was the new friggin' rage. I thought everybody had friggin' cancer every time you turned your back. Everybody in my family, my direct family so far, has pretty well died from a result of cancer. So, pretty sure it's pretty big if you need some patience. So it's all around us, okay? So, I think they specifically are saying melanoma. There are about 85,000 cases a year in the United States of melanoma. So is that a cancer? I'm not even sure. But we're going to keep that out, and or I am, and I'm going to highlight some key things in here just so I can go find out if melanoma is a type of cancer or if it's a cell, but craziness, okay? Craziness. Let's get into the all day pays off for our children. All day working. That's what I want to be doing, working all day. Oh wait, I'm working right now, and it is pretty freaking awesome. Alright, start reading. Back in 2010, Ontario's Liberal government began a bold experiment. It launched a plan to bring a full kindergarten 4 to 5 years old over the next 5 years. Full day of kindergarten for a 4 or 5 year old. 3 or 4 year olds, like when I was 3, when I was 4, I was having naps. Oh wait, you do go to kindergarten and have naps. Yeah, you can play with blocks at home too. You could probably pick up a pencil too at home and start friggin' doing it. But what do I know, eh? At the time, the $1.5 billion plan was dismissed as progressive conservative leader Tim Hardick as a frill or a shiny new car the Ontarios could not afford. The result, researchers in Ontario Institute provide evidence experiment paying off in spades. The research tackled 600 children should point the way provinces, territories to follow Ontario's for academic, social, economic reasons. Of course, that will be political investment. Currently, only 6 provinces in the Northwest Territories offer full-day kindergarten for 5-year-olds. The others half-day kindergarten in Ontario 4-year-olds through Northwest Territories to plan to introduce it in the Northwest Territories. Second, the children are also higher on self-regulation. This means better prepared to respond to life stresses and return calm to an alert state. One of these researchers, existing research shows that self-control and aspects for self-regulation predicts long-term health, wealth, and even reduction in crime. The payoff isn't just for kids, society as a whole. Researchers found the government dictated to parents particular benefit for the 2-year program, that because schools are provided integrated seamless care and education from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. reduced hassles from parents' piece to child kindergarten. Full day save on money for babysitting. It's skip to the bottom of the article. Let's see what they're saying here. It's going $7 billion put into it over the next 10 years for this program. Yeah, well, that's what it is. I mean, I would personally rather my 4 or 5-year-old daughter or son be home when they're 4, 5, 6, 7 for more than half the day. People, why? Because you gotta go make some of this, hey? You gotta. Doesn't make sense to me. If my son's 6, 7 years old, I want to be as much as I can. So if I'm sending him off to school 5 days out of the 7 days a week, more than half the day probably I get to see them, and they're at school. That's no time to connect. That's no time to teach them. Oh, they're getting taught at school. They taught all the shit I didn't want to learn at school. Taught all the shit that made me a dumbass in life. Friggin' learn how to drink beers and talk about stupid things like, cool, school, it's cool, we get to learn stuff, but I can learn so much more sitting right here on my friggin' laptop in my bedroom, researching and learning my own knowledge on what I want to do. So let's teach the kids how to learn, and that's all you have to do, how to find that knowledge themselves, and then they're going to be good to go. Did it for myself, and pretty much I had to self-program myself how to just learn myself, and then now I can't stop learning, and it is friggin' awesome. So let me get that article back out here. Let me show you the article right underneath there. You see that there? Your smartphone is now an addiction to be avoided. Yeah, I've already read through the article. For people who are condemned to addicted drugs, or dismissing them as morally corrupt, weak, before admittedly returning to the comfort of their own cell phone. Here's putting all those personally, I don't own a cell phone. Personally, we'll be getting a cell phone in a couple months because I'm changing my lifestyles up, and I will need to get a hold of people on a dime, and that's totally fine. If it's for a reason, like I said, technology, if it has a reason, it's great. Really, I can just use this, talk to anybody. I got a home phone right beside me, but no, don't need a cell phone, because you get my point. That's what I see everyone doing. Hey, one second. I know we're hanging out. Alright, Jack, I think I'm gonna get out of here, Jack. You have a good one, bud. Like, I deal with this every day. You know what? No sweat on my back. That's what you want to do. Hey, that's fine. Hey, it's an addiction, hey, bud. Because, you get put back in your comfort zone, your little... Oh, I don't have to think. I just gotta type a message. I don't know what exactly it's doing, but it isn't healthy, and they're saying it is an addiction because it's comfort, sport, something you always do, just like cigarettes. I don't even like smoking. I don't even like nicotine. I could go for without days. I just like smoke. There's something about it, and I've done it so many times. It's just. But yet, am I getting better? Yeah, I'm getting better. I'm getting on here doing an hour and a half friggin' videos, not even thinking of a friggin' smoke the rape beside me. I don't need them. I guess I just don't need it. At the end of the day, as long as I got some water, Gatorade, some friggin' food in my stomach, and music, someone to talk to, my father, I don't know. There's not much you really need, folks. Let's keep going here. I got I'll maybe make her another 20 minutes or so, just because I gotta head off to that work show. Go get much more. talk to a whole bunch more people and serve the community. I like the sound of that. Do that 24/7. Keeps you going. Makes you feel like you're doing something productive. Because personally, I can't. I worked for McDonald's, Tim Hortons years, growing up, teenager, 20. Didn't like it. It was so bad, guys. So bad for my health, my brain. Oh, just stress. People I had to deal with, employers, the company itself. So many negatives that now I know. Thank God I got out of it, got away from the situation. Now I'm doing what I want to do. I'm actually out in a small town, like I said, Westport Village, and I actually like lake right out back. It's freaking beautiful. I have a fishing rod. I did have a boat if I wanted to go swimming. Like, it's right there, and the people, like 600, 700 people maybe tops in the village. So it's a small village. Everybody starts to know each other. Like I said, I'm garbage man. I work at the Max now, running in and out of town hall, so I get to know these older folk. It's great, like, because I'm not serving shit food to people. I can't do it. I can't work at McDonald's and make this shit and then sell it to somebody because I can't even eat it. It's hard to be a hypocrite. It's so hard to be a liar when everything in your bone says don't do it. Everything that I stand for says don't lie, and then when I do, it's like a jab in my own side. And then I gotta apologize, and I feel like I have to go up and tell the guy, I'm sorry, this is actually the truth, because I can't have that resting on my conscience. Something about me, maybe I'm a different type of person, but what I'm doing now, I don't have any of that. I love what I'm doing, because yeah, there's some stuff I have to go to a dump and dump in a landfill, and that's the best we got. I mean, unless I built a generator, incinerator, and friggin' flame up the garbage and create electricity or energy that way, which is probably possible, right? That's what we're doing. But for the majority of the time, I get to say, hey, how's it going today, neighbor? Good? Okay, let me grab your trash for you. I'll get it to the dump for you. Makes me feel good. Sometimes people in the community are nice enough to actually give me a tip on top of what I already get paid. They'll actually, out of the free will of their spirit, come up, hey, you've been doing a good job. You bring my recycling can up to the deck for me. Thank you. I'm an older gentleman. Here's $20, and I'm just, wow, really, thank you, man. Like, I'm already getting paid, but that shows someone cares, and I actually care for what I do. So at least I can wake up in the day and say I'm doing something good. I'm taking someone's problem, taking away, and get to see them in the morning. Then even at Max, I've always wanted to work at a convenience store, which is funny. More town, I thought, more like people just in and out all night. But because it's a small village, 600 people, right? I already know most of the faces, 50% of the whole town, and I've only lived here about a year, 2 years now. So they're coming in at nighttime. I only work 2 nights a week, which is fine. At that job, so and it's great. They come in, we have a chat. Maybe you'll see your 10, 12 people, like the midnight people. Sometimes even older gentlemen, not much drunks coming around. Sometimes there's an odd crew. Usually younger kids trying to get away with it, but that's just fun. That's just life, experimenting. But what I'm getting, I love it, and I've always wanted to do it. People come in, you chit chat, and now I get to know these people's faces every day. They actually look at me credible. People in town hall look at me credible because they see what I'm doing, and I actually put myself out there, have a head on my shoulders. I know I may look different. I'm wearing friggin' suit and tie. Usually the hair is long. I grow this out a little raspy sometimes. I'm trying to look good, feel good, smell good, be healthy. Yeah, because it's all part of the package. You gotta have a whole thing going on. You can't just do a big glump on your face. No, you gotta be you and just live it. And all those uniqueness, all those qualities, emotions, things you stand for are just gonna come beaming right through. I don't know if you can see that with me. Most people are this energetic. Most people talk this long. Most people this passionate, most people write and look at stories all day. I don't know, maybe they do. I don't see that in my life, but it's just finding what you love and go for it. Like, live. I love what I do. I love the little bit of money I'm earning now. It's not that much, but enough to get by, and it's enough to make me get to the next level and go do it, because I'm going to do my own thing soon. Going to live this guy's dream. So, some more, and like I said, going to live this guy's dream. I like what I do. This is not bad, but I think you always want more. And once you make those gains, you're like, hey, I need some more gains. I need about little more ranch, maybe a 6-pack now. Like, you always want to make those gains, so that's what I'm doing now. And yeah, at the end of the day, would I love to be doing this, making money, or would I love to fund myself automatically through getting a generator? I don't know, some solar powers, and writing down raps and selling CDs out the back of my trunk and doing this. Oh man, could you tell me that wouldn't be the life? Alright. So, like if you were just following there, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, I don't know, 10 minutes ago maybe, we were on the school subject about kindergartens taking a full day of school now. So now we're going to get on to getting ready for their first day of school. Kindergarten preparation programs narrow the school readiness gap, researchers say. The school readiness gap. It's a gap. So you better start training your friggin' kids to go to school. They better know where their address is before they even touch foot in the friggin' parking lot of the school. If not, he's gonna be labeled, and put with the other kids. Okay, maybe not. Let me read. Let me get a light on here. Sorry, one sec, just putting a light on so I have some light to read from here. Thank you. There we go, brighten up the place. Nothing wrong with some light, I tell ya. Good. Muhammad is male. Yeah, Muhammad is male. Would cry as they reached the fence outside the school in Ajax. He would throw himself onto the ground and use the strength of 4-year-old Ken muster to hold onto his mother at 6 weeks old. On Thursday, Muhammad gave his mom a hug and kiss and a high five at the gate. Then he walked into kindergarten 10 classroom for his final day of a 6-week preparation program designed to help children from low-income families or newcomer households to get excited about school when it became what? Okay. So it's not. We're not getting into even the kids yet. We're not even stepping foot with the kids yet. It's still all about the adults. Oh my gosh! I thought this was about the kids, boys. Okay. So did you catch that there? The program designed for children from low-income families, poverty. Okay, or newcomer households get excited about school. Newcomers, immigrants, maybe some illegal. I don't know. We're gonna keep reading. Researchers have found that pupils who struggle in early years of schooling have much more difficult time catching programs such as one Muhammad attended. This summer, the critical narrowing the school readiness gap that separates disadvantaged children from their affluent peers. Ontario's unique 2-year-old kindergarten program is also designated the development. See, I thought we had 5 and 6 for kindergarten. That's what I thought we were reading in the last fucking story. 2? 2? Oh, sorry. Oh, fuck, 2. Sorry, fuck. I don't have kids, ladies and gentlemen. What am I thinking? 2? They're just learning how to crawl and talk. Okay, it's a 2-year program, not 2-year-old children. Still, what are we doing at 3, 4, 5 years old sending them off to school? They're just starting to learn how to do these things. Oh, he can talk. Ship him away from me. I don't need him in my life most of the time. What are we doing? Can't teach your kids. We're busy. Muhammad, a strong-willed boy, was eager to experience. I can single this is great. This classroom at Bolton C. Felby School. I can single candidate, he said, while working at a table forming Play-Doh. I made new friends. I read books. I like it. So that's how a kid talks. And they like school and they play with. You're really gonna do this to kids? You're gonna make them feel different because they're 3. Oh, wait till, like I was saying, wait till they're grade 6, 7, and these problems come up. They're 4 right now. Maybe 1 year later, that one brain cell gets triggered in there and shoots up, and then he's the friggin' smartest kid in the class or the tallest kid in the class. I don't know. But separating 3-year-olds, they don't even understand why they're being separated. Why, Billy? Because you have a different way of learning, Billy. Well, fucking Jim's over in that class. I like pigs too. They're coloring some pigs over there. Why can't? No, Billy. Stay in this class. Ooh. His instructor, Angela Watson, said changes and more nonce. Muhammad has learned to raise his hand, wait his turn, hang up his backpack, and put away in a cubby. All skills needed in kindergarten class. Oh man, you're real seeing it today. You're seeing the USAs working today. Kids, yeah, that's what 3, 4, 5, even 6, if they're late bloomers, learn. They learn how to do that stuff. Because really, they could just start walking at 2. I don't know, yeah, but usually they're throwing it on the ground. Throwing it in. A kid can put a backpack on a cubby at 4 or 5, or their coat off and put it on their hook. Most of these kids, I'm sure, can tie their own laces. Like, oh my gosh, oh sweet Lord. Play-Doh, in turn, developed their fine motor skills. She encouraged them to do puzzles, build Lego, develop hand-eye coordination skills. The academic stuff will come, said Ms. Watson, a program facilitator with the Ontario Early Years of YMCA. The program's aim is to develop self-regulation skills, which includes the ability to focus, follow instructions, and cooperate with peers. brainwash people. Brainwash. Kids already know how to do this. Our parents should be teaching these kids. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. You'd think we'd be teaching that this is common sense. Like, why do we need the government telling us this and then dictating to our schools and forcing these things? Oh yeah, we have college students playing with Play-Doh though, and little coloring pads when they get offended though. Hey, though, like, we're gonna have a bunch of friggin' drooling people, I tell you, people. Friggin' college students playing with friggin' colors when they get offended. Well, go watch the movie. It's with Luke Wilson. It's called Idiocracy. Go watch that movie, people. Idiocracy. And it's starting to look more like that every single day. And yeah, it looks like a stretch, but I'm seeing stuff in my regular everyday life where literally it's like I just hit a wall or I walk right into that fucking movie and it's like, really? Really? We're living this stupidity? We're living 1984. We're living War of the Worlds. We're living Matrix. We're living this stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Go look around. Most fiction is based off fact, and real is like fiction's fake. Like right, like it's not real. It's fiction. Reality's crazier than fiction. Go look it up. What we think about. How do you think these people get these thoughts and put them into movies? And most movies are made off reality. Made off stories, characters, deceptions, pictures, situations that relate to real world thinking. Come on, we're not that smart, folks. We're learning together. I gotta do the old 1-2 sometimes. Breathe, thank the Lord, and get the shit out here. So my kid won't be going there, I tell you that much. They will be ready for kindergarten, says. Okay, so it's a program before kindergarten. We're still going to find out if they're separating the kids, though, when they get to school. Run the YMCA schools in the Durham District School Board east of Toronto. Offer school districts run similar programs that targeted from low-income homes and from vulnerable groups. Vulnerable groups. Whose groups and whose children are we talking about? What the frig? Just be direct, people. Say what you want to say. Don't tippy toe. It speaks to the need to get these kids into a program prior to school. If they don't have confidence, they don't have the ability to socialize with their peers, then they tend to struggle. Can you leave the fucking kids alone? Can you leave the parents alone half the time and not take all their money and make them go work for 40 hours a week and let them go home and be a friggin' family so we can work this shit out ourselves? Data from both Durham public and Catholic schools show almost pupils who are enrolled in the program expected in language, social self-reflection, and math skills by the end of the 6 weeks. The expectations. So the expectations, we're gonna start testing these kids? Are we? Oh no, you don't know your address? You don't know how to put that coat on that rack and your backpack in the cubby? Well, come with me, Johnny. Like, let's keep reading. Letter names and self-help skills such as pulling up their pants using the bathroom. It sounds simple for kids to come to hang out to their own bag, sit down, actually listen, and to wait for their turn. So important, Miss Thompson said. If we could put the same playing field with these skill development, then they will have the best chance for success. If all the kids came in exactly the same, on par, ready to get taught, little slaves, wait to raise your hand all the time. Come on, people. Muhammad's mom, Amal, has noticed changes in her son. Her family came to Canada from Jordan 6 years ago. Participated in the program at the time. This was six years ago. And one of Miss Children's years ago. They already had this program years ago. Wishes her daughter would have been in the program. Yeah, because they're from Jordan, but they probably speak a different language. And the daughter came over here when she was about 3 or 4 or 5, when she was starting to learn their language, and now she has to come learn English and get put into our schools. And now it's their fault that this little girl has a different language. Now we gotta take time. I don't mind. I'd train the little girl, man. That would be great. But I'm just saying, low income, and because families come over here from different countries and their cultures, ethnic, all their things are different language. So we gotta now train them. We gotta make them up to par to get in the classroom with the other kids. Okay. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm gathering here. Okay. They all started and put on his own backpack. Oh, he would start getting up for school, dressing himself, and putting on his own backpack. We do this. We do this. I see it. Like I said, I've started hanging out with kids, and I've seen kids that have like no parenting. I've seen kids that have full contact parenting, discipline, structure, order, or at least most of it. And then I've seen completely well-behaved kids, good kids, never get out of line because their dad fully loves and respects them. But when they get out of line, not out of line. And the son totally gets it. The son's smart enough to think about it and be like, okay, this is this, don't do that, and nobody will have a problem. But then you got kids so bad that at home, yeah, they're disciplined, they get to school and they start being rebellious, but they don't act like they do behind closed doors, because they can get away with anything they want with behind closed doors. At home, everybody knows them, but school, you see a little bit of it. Lash out, not being healthy, not showering, or not being productive, or being lazy, or mouthy, or not listening, whatever the case may be. But it all starts at home. But now it's going so bad. It's going so bad at home that it's now affecting school and stuff. That they're like, oh, now we gotta look at it a different way. And these students, and those students, and maybe we'll just take them from birth. Maybe just we'll give it back like on the weekends. We'll let you see your kids. Is that what it's gonna come to? I don't know. Oh wait, there's already boarding school. She said that Muhammad is now listening to instructions and more encouraged to sit down and read through a book with her. He has even more friends and invited sleepovers and playdates, she said. I've seen real changes, Miss Alderon. I'm so excited. I'm revealed. I don't have anxiety like before. Even the mother doesn't have anxiety anymore. It's so special. I've seen real changes. Like, the 14 children at the Bolton C. Falby School celebrated their graduation from program. Parents took pictures of little graduation caps, receiving certificates, their celebrity cake, and pizza. Yay! Muhammad said he was ready for kindergarten. He was no longer afraid. It's going to be fun. Good for you, Muhammad. Good for you, little buddy. Go to school. If I can get A's, but just show them all up for frig sakes. Alright. Alright, I gotta check the time here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we got 8:10. I'd better end her soon because what are we getting on to? 49 minutes. Almost getting on it. Let's end it off on the Trumper because just a lot about the protests, a lot about the Trump, the speeches, the KKK, the neo-Nazis. It's just so ridiculous, okay? I just look at the facts. I didn't even really know about Trump other than my mom watched him on The Apprentice, and I saw him once or twice on The Apprentice. No one knew about this guy before. Not in my life, not anybody I talked to outside. Now it's just, now this guy started running for president, and everybody knows who he is, okay? But nobody before, unless you watched him on the TV show, had any facts. He was just a pretty decent friggin', just fixing the air, sorry folks, pretty decent businessman, and he made a good show, made some laughs. Yeah, he was strong, you're fired, always had the joke, but people liked him on the show. Everybody watched the show, famous show. My mom liked it, great ratings, went on for a bunch of seasons. Then he becomes president. Or running for president, and now he's the worst man ever. Hey, look at that bad man. What happened overnight? When did this guy become the biggest criminal? Because he wanted to run for president? But why now? Doesn't make sense, folks. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't register from the get-go, and then he becomes president, and Russia leaders, China leaders, friggin' UN, friggin' Clinton, friggin' John McCain, friggin' Obama, all said, and Queen of England, Pope, he can't be president. He's worst thing since, I don't know, he's just so bad. Well, he's president now. What happened? I thought he couldn't become president. I thought he was the worst piece of crap ever. Oh, but you're still going at him, though. And this whole, we got into it last, I'm not going to flip and go over it. In his speeches, both of them, he said he doesn't like hatred or bigotry. He wants love and the people to come together over values and freedom and love and work together on the issues, not violence. And then has to condemn the KKK, neo-Nazis, white supremacists again for the 50th time in a year. Yeah, it gets pretty tiring for Trump to always be saying, no, don't like that guy, not a part of that group. It's got to get pretty time. But the more you lie, or the more he tells the truth and saying, oh, I'm not part of this, the more CNN just, everybody thinks so. I was having a debate with someone in my life and pretty much put it like that. All he said, love and no hatred. Love, no hatred, and condemns KKK, and they still go, you know what, no, he's still part of the Nazis, you know. And then I go, well, I'm pretty sure he has a Mexican wife. There's no ties to any KKK. Well, he really could have brought U.S. together that day. I think he tried. He said love and come together. Oh, he missed his chance and he was too late. It's dumb. It's literally dumbfounded. And I'll just tell you. And I'll just tell you it's dumb. Here's my facts. Come at me with the facts. Yet these guys never have facts. And most of them out on the friggin' street just say, fuck you, dude. Frig off, man. You're a Nazi, man. Yeah, oh, have a good one, you dummy. If you ever want to talk, have a thought in your brain. Let's go. So it's just dumb, to the point where I'll expose the truths. And when people, I'll just give them the facts. But there's no reason being burnt out over because they don't like Trump. Yeah, am I praying for Trump? I love Trump. And when you call him a piece of crap or whatever, I'm going to be like, why are you calling that man a piece of crap when he's doing so much good for you and these people around here? Dang, I am going to call you out and state the facts because they have no facts, ladies and gentlemen. Trump is doing good. If you bring me something, and I've been watching everything on him, I've been watching all his speeches, haven't seen one piece of evidence. He's a shady cocksucker just like the rest of them, so looking Look at different articles. Yeah, no, yeah, like right here, transformation of the American dream. I'll start off with all this tomorrow. Once I get all the news tonight, I gotta go to work. Trump wants the American dream, and they're disgracing a lot of it because they think it's all about houses and it's not about materials. Yeah, before that, probably none of us had a house. So no wonder the American dream would be a man can actually go out, create a business, get a house, have morals, dignity, freedom, help his brother, contribute to the economy, the community. So we'll get all into it tomorrow on how this is what Trump wants, to bring morals, love, and 1950 Renaissance of America back. Light it back up in theory. Get the NWO kicked out of here and just... That's all there is to it, ladies and gentlemen. You're not for us, you're against us, so better step, make your sides. Because we don't have all day on this one. Alright, thank you everybody for watching. Love what I'm doing. Got to a little bit of different points. Hopefully tomorrow, tonight, once I get on my news, I get a bigger picture, a lot more stuff coming out, like those crazy people chanting death to America. Are you kidding me? Like, we're gonna get all up on it, what this whole race thing's all about, because we're just human beings. Color, come on people, let's go. Love you God, have a good one everybody, I'm out.